guys, Zingus, and today I'm going to give you a full unboxing and also a review of this Curren men's watch. This is actually sold by Random, and I would personally like to thank them for providing this to me. To my main subscribers, this probably seems like something I normally wouldn't review, as I mainly concentrate on tech, but then again I do actually review loads of different types of products. This men's watch is around £17 on Amazon, so I'm hoping that it can actually perform on a budget level while also be able to be premium as well. One thing that already confused me is how they actually designed the packaging. Of course, you've got like a little tag to actually pull out the rest of the packaging, but that just simply does not work. And I don't really see why they've done that. Makes it really awkward to get it open, and it's not really off to a good start, but then again, it's a cheap product. Once we take off the foam protecting, we have the watch, and then we also have a nice cleaning cloth as well. Of course, we've got the main body, and we've also got some accessories if you want to adjust the strap, and I will get onto that in a bit. But secondly, let's get through to the rest of the unboxing. There is the actual adjustment tool itself. I think it's really cool that they had this, but of course, I've never actually adjusted watches before, so I was a little bit intimidated by it, but I thought it would be nice to have a go. And then once we take off the rest of the foam packaging, we have some instructions. So it talks about the watch, and then it also talks about how you can adjust it. Now, I'll admit it's a little bit misleading, and I'll talk about why in a bit, but let's just keep going. There's the actual instructions for adjusting it, and that is what I'm going to do now. So if you look on the inside of the strap, you'll see that there are some arrows, and this is the direction to push the pin out. Of course, if you don't know what I mean by that, there are multiple pins which are actually holding the pieces together, and if you want to separate them to adjust it to make it smaller or bigger, then you will need to take the pins out. After trying this for a bit, I will have to recommend that you be really careful with this, because if you push the screw or the pin too far, then it will actually break, and I actually managed to get it jammed into mine, and it made it really awkward to get it out. So what you do is you screw it back to make it in place, so you've also got space for the pin to come out, and there you can see you've got that, but you also need a special tool to get that out. I actually tried to use pliers, and that did not work. You actually need a special type of pliers. What you actually need is this, and it's a specialist type of pliers which you can probably be able to find in almost any hardware store. On some online shops, they seem to be called end-cutting box joint nippers. They're not that expensive. I managed to get some for around £2 from my local store. It says in the instructions that you need a hammer, and this is actually true because you need to bang the pins back into place. Now, I actually didn't need a hammer because I found the pliers worked absolutely fine. Unfortunately, I did actually come across a problem, and that was when I tried to put the pins back in, I just found that they were refusing to return to its normal position, and I actually had to get another copy sent to me. This is actually what it looks like when you are basically trying to adjust the strap. It can be quite annoying and also confusing as well, because if you haven't done this before, then it can be really frustrating, especially if you haven't got the right tools as well. I actually bought another pair of pliers and found those didn't work either, so having the right tools is really important. So to fully explain the problem I came across, as you can see that the end pieces are actually refusing to accept the new replacements, and I can't really say whether this is because of bad quality or whether it's a faulty watch or not. So after explaining to men's watches that I was having a problem with adjusting the strap, they sent me a new copy, and this is really good because I wanted to actually give this watch a proper chance, and having spent a long time actually trying to adjust the strap, it meant that it will mean that it was a lot quicker for me to actually adjust this, and I'm wearing it right now as I'm doing this review. So if you yourself are trying to adjust the strap on your watch and it's not working for you, possibly try putting it in the other way. I found that that was a solution for me, but of course when you're actually trying to adjust the strap, it can be quite confusing because it doesn't really make sense which way you put the arrows after you've adjusted the strap. So other than the main problem I did actually come across, I was actually really glad that I got this working because I really do like this watch, and I think it's actually really great value. I think the problem with adjusting the strap is actually going to confuse a lot of people, but again, I've made sure that I've shown you all the tools that you need, so hopefully you shouldn't come into any problems. Random Watches responded fairly well, and I was glad that they were happy to send out another copy. Overall, I'm going to give this watch 4 stars out of 5. I was a little bit disappointed that when I first tried to use this watch, it wasn't actually working properly, and also there are some small things that confuse me, like annoying packaging on the watch, and also the packaging on the box as well. It just makes it difficult to open up, and I don't really see the point in that. Anyway, there is my full review and unboxing. Of course, if you did enjoy this review, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, and thanks very much for watching.